no pools, not a whole lot of entrance for it.
Yep.
But it's also a big venue with a lot of TVs.
Yeah.
When you do straight bracket, it's pretty easy to power through something like that.
Yeah, I think it was just over 32, because it's a 64-man bracket, but most of those are buys, or nearly half of them are buys.
All right, so we've got our heroes all warming up.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Luigi.
Pink Luigi completely failing to hold it down on the edge guard on the right side of the level.
And a questionable, I don't know what is this real life?
So SFAT, PewPewU, S2J, and Alex19.
Yeah.
We're still not into actual doubles, in case anyone was wondering.
Oh, and did they? I think they made sure that to take pause off.
Pause disabled.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, it is one of the biggest kicks in the butt to try and be comboing, and then someone wants to come help their teammate and steal a life and accidentally pause by hitting start on a frame or two too soon. So in case anyone's wondering why pause is turned off and doesn't know at this point in the game's meta game, that's why we do it.
Yeah, and there was that incident in Apex, of course.
Yeah.
So I think everybody's it's kind of one of those things where it was always an official rule, but people never really held to it, and then once there was once it really came up in an important serious setting, then people started to take notice and make sure that pause was actually off.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing you think, who cares, right? And then suddenly someone's just trying to mash out of your grab and ding. Like, well, what do we do now? Do I get to grab you again? No, you don't get to grab me again. I mashed out, nerd. Like, I don't know. Weird little disputes like that. I feel like there should just be like a don't be a scumbag clause.
Right.
Because when the chips are down like that, everyone's super hype and intense. You just want to win.
Right.
People will be like, no. It should favor me because me.
Well, I mean, I think that's really the TO's. I think it's the TO's job to understand the situation and, at least follow the letter of the law, but also realize what the spirit of that law was, and make sure that you implement the rule consistent with what you're trying to do with that rule, and
hear both sides of the story and make sure that you're not like screwing someone over on a technicality, even though like I feel like the point of the game is to see who's actually like outplaying and who's winning, and not necessarily just to find out who obeys like some of the slippery rules better. And I think it's time to stop talking about that and get into the game. We've already got it split up into two little 1v1s over there, but Captain Falcon.
Johnny will just be all over the place. He loves to run around and just jump in when he sees that opportunity.
Yeah, Captain Falcon with absolutely crazy horizontal mobility can knee you from halfway across the level, very much by surprise. And right now, Edge is definitely going to the red team. We've got the first kill going on to Marth. And, okay, SFAT and PewPewU. So, Blue Fox is SFAT. And he's hanging in there like a champ. And a very nice up smash coming in there.
Ooh, very good.
And a secondary up smash. So, minor lead to blue team.
What I think blue team needs to do is, as hard as it may be, I think they just both have to be on Falcon, because as much as possible. I mean, Fox is a really quick character too, and he can jump in, but I don't think he can cause as much chaos and damage as a Falcon jumping in.
When a Falcon comes in with a random aerial, that could very well be your stock. It's a lot less devastating. And oh man, while Alex19 trying to recover, we almost had a little bit of a wombo combo setup going on to S2J, and ooh, there he goes. Ledge up down air. Nasty. So
that's an interesting way to keep him out, just that forward B, because he's going to try to jump over you, but that forward B is going to catch him if he tries to do that.
It just, again, it's all about walls. It's like something that would normally be kind of inefficient in singles, since it's a lot harder to punish super hard in doubles.
Right.
And since like sometimes your only way to get to someone to punish them is in just a straight line, like you have no choice but to run into that hitbox.
Yeah.
So when a Falcon's throwing out something goofy like a forward B, like you have to respect it and deal with it. but that completely destroys whatever opportunity you had.
Yep.
So that's a big part of being a good doubles player.
But one thing you can do that it's kind of hard to get the right situation, but you know, when you've got that wall in front of you, just run up to him and roll behind him.
Yeah, that is true. Because there's that pressure in those cases to like use moves as soon as possible.
Yeah.
It can be a lot harder in those cases to resist that impulse to just swing.
Ooh, and Kevin nearly got a spike on him. Ooh.
Yeah. Fortunately, SFAT putting up a really good presence around the edge with him, but PewPewU loses his jump and DI's down. This is never a good combo, so off he goes.
But they've brought it back. They're basically up a stock right now.
I mean,
they're just going to be all in that Falcon.
140 means that you have to play it safe, but you can still get some damage in. Not if you get kneed, though. Like, 125% Falcon still has his knee.
Yeah.
What did I say? What did I say about the knee? That's right.
Ooh.
Boom. And, well, Alex19. Yeah, that's the downside to having such an aggro Falcon in doubles, is that you really, really, really have to be permanently on watch for what your teammate wants. And really nice job just ushering off the level right there, completely covering all options. Game 1.
Very nice.
SFAT and PewPewU.
I don't know if this is semis yet, so...
This
all right,
is
so we're going to have a
semis.
best of 5.
Exciting. It's going to be best of 5?
Semis?
Okay.
Okay.
It is doubles. Doubles
Yeah.
is never really the main attraction, which is a shame.
I agree.
But we've got Pokemon Stadium, 2 characters with high horizontal mobility and decent vertical KOing power. Not a bad decision, especially since Falcon, short hop knee, tech chases across the side platforms. When Pokemon's in the neutral position, you can just hit people. So you can either choose to up air into knee, or you can go straight for the knee if they're at that percent. Yeah, right there we've got PewPewU getting trapped on the left side, or SFAT getting trapped on the left side while PewPewU's being edge guarded, but he makes a valiant effort, makes it back to the stage, so well done for him. And he's playing that, like you said, that walling zoning game where he's willing to retreat. And he really trusts SFAT to handle himself in the middle of a Fox and a Falcon. Ooh. That's a really big deal.
I think they had that coordination there, and just Zach couldn't quite get the execution. That's always a tough edge guard.
And right now we've got him split up, but yeah,
nice.
SFAT makes the right decision to go charging all the way across the level, slips under S2J, but ooh,
that tipper up smash, or was it even a tipper?
I don't think it was a tipper.
Wow, he jumped right into that.
That was a tipper. Yeah. And right now they had that pincer maneuver going. And
could have had him if he stayed on there.
Yeah. I think he just made a bad judgment call on the spacing of that. Thought he was going to clip the lip and go over.
Right. It's always, I mean, you always feel like you have to just jump on the stage and hit him back, but
yeah, it can be.
Sometimes,
it's so hard to just sit there and do nothing.
Exactly.
Doing nothing is the hardest thing.
Ooh, get some nice up tilts.
Yeah, S2J was very lucky right there. He was stuck in that zone where up tilt combos into down air. But he got out of the tipper range, so it forced that really wonky
knockback. I think he knew what was going on, and he knew the DI he needed to maintain just to avoid getting hit out over the edge, because that was definitely a down air. That's what he was looking for.
Yeah. Right now, PewPewU again, creating those walls of steel. Ooh.
Johnny just comes down with that.
That's all you can say when the knee comes out.
Yeah. It's so hard when Falcon is fast falling down, because I mean, his aerials have pretty good priority, and you know, you have to hit this moving target. You know, even though he's taking on pretty fixed trajectory, he's moving pretty fast downwards.
Yeah.
And just trying to get that really precise hit on him, it can be difficult.
Good target switch there from SFAT, running over to S2J to pick up the kill.
Oh wow, that down air hit.
Yeah, that was nice reflexes from him, changing his mind on the aerial he used to tech chase. It didn't get him a whole lot, but it was pretty fancy, and we love fancy.
That was a great little jump in by Zach. I mean, as soon as he saw that his down tilt, you know, didn't connect, he just jumped in right over him and was able to mess everything up.
Ooh, Alex19 in a rough spot.
What's going to happen here?
Yeah, S2J just wasn't in a position to get back there and help him, but I guess it didn't matter. He was able to get a second lease on life. And ooh, that's his double jump burns.
This is such a weird situation, because I mean, you can lose your jumps so quickly.
And get
you don't know if you're going to
so
be off the edge.
ruthlessly.
Yeah.
There's just not a lot of spacing options, and there comes the tipper. That's why you generally don't want to play around the cliff.
Yeah, but
Cliff
somehow
is a
PewFat makes it work.
Well, can Alex19 do it without...
And that was, there were 2 tippers that match that were kind of mid-percent kills.
Yeah. It is indeed a best of 5. So, for anyone wondering, that is not the end of the winner's bracket life for S2J and Alex19. They still have got a shot. What do you think they have to do to bring it back?
That's I mean, it just seems, I hate to make it so simple, but I just feel like they basically got outplayed. Not that they were playing bad, but I mean, both Kevin and Zach were making great decisions, you know, about their pressure and when to jump in, and that was most of the difference.
Yeah,
that and some pretty nice tippers.
Yeah, the tippers were definitely a major factor in there in SFAT. He's just doing his pressure, and whoever happens to fall into it, he just keeps going. He doesn't really care which person he's hitting right now over on the edge. Yeah, right there. PewPewU comes in and...
Unfortunate.
Ooh, that's a really rough SD. As I was saying before that interrupted my flow, we had PewPewU come in with a really nice forward air. S2J got a good opening onto SFAT, but just a little dinky forward air just completely ruined it. Those little things, especially on a momentum-heavy character like Falcon, can't afford that. Yeah. You also can't afford to go too deep for those edge guards.
I swear I heard the knee hit or something, but I don't know if it was a phantom or what.
Do you get sound effects off phantom hits?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, who's going to make it?
That is absolutely rude. Oh my goodness me, that was an unfortunate series of events for Alex19. Yeah. He's just not having a good time of it. He seems to be falling into every tipper and every combo at magical perfect range right now. That's the weakness of fast fallers in teams. They're fantastic because of all the control and depth that they offer, but
but once they take one hit, they're very likely to take another.
They get stuck in the grinder.
Nice recovery.
Yeah, there's a reversal, but Alex19 manages to make it over PewPewU's edge guard, so he's just trying to get back into the middle of the level.
Oh, and wise DI.
And
wow, just that timing. I think he did a get-up attack, and he just tippered at the right moment and nailed it.
Oh yeah, and in situations like that, like you cannot lose openings like that where Alex19 has SFAT off the stage, but I mean, it's not that bad. They're just 2 good hits away from evening up the stock counts, and games with Fox in them are always close. PewPewU playing that edge guard way too conservatively and whiffing it, so Alex19 gets another shot on his stock.
This is a chance for them. Oh, I think he should have just gone right for the edge. Oh, wow, some great DI.
Dreamland holding it down for Marth. And SFAT again going out there intercepting the edge guard so that PewPewU can return.
But, you know, I think Alex should have just ignored him. I mean, you know, he was too eager to edge guard that Marth, and he was just like kind of tunnel visioned on him.
Yeah, in this case,
wow.
That's Alex19's
They really know what
stock. And they don't even care.
Yeah.
Absolutely worth it. S2J is going to go in.
Just some knees.
Got no choice. He needs to maintain like absolute aggression right now. If he loses momentum, they just have way too much control over everything he can do.
Oh, I saw something in the making.
But that's the thing about 2v1. It doesn't really matter because you still almost always have control over the situation, even if you don't get the hard combo. The wombo combo is beautiful, but you don't actually need it to control them from 0 to death.
Right. Well, that was, I think, very solid from from Kevin and Zach. Quite impressed.
A lot of good target switching.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of good assists on the edge guards, and that tipper, like, one of Marth's biggest problems in doubles is that sometimes he can have a lot of trouble killing.
Yep.
If you are hitting tipper after tipper after tipper, especially when you're catching Fox out of his double jump like he was, Falcon isn't the best team saver.
Right.
So there's not a lot you can do to come back from that, and those